What?
Are you Nubia, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's wait for the other two students. Let's wait for Arlette and Monica. Who else is on
Hello,
the line? Okay, hello. Hello,
good morning.
Monica. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thanks. And we're waiting for Monica. She's always ready to start, so we're gonna be in this amazing class. So in the meantime, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm teacher Luis Fernando Alvarez. I'm calling you from Medellin. So right now I'm working from home, doing some stuff from work as well as doing activities from university. So what about you? So let's start with Nubia. Could you please do a little introduction about yourself? So Nubia, are you listening?
Yes, teacher.
So could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Nubia Alvis. I work in Guadalupe, Huila. I live in Suaza, Huila. Uh, I study in the University UNAD, uh, foreign language. Yeah,
That's great.
the no more. Yes, it's all.
All right, very good. What about Monica?
Hello, my name is Monica Rivera. I'm in Bogota. I'm working the science home in this moment. And I am in English 3.
Okay, very good. So are you a teacher?
No, I working in call center in this moment.
You work at a call center, right? Very good. So today's grammar encounter, we're going to start sharing this my screen with the two of you. Let me see if you can see my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, teacher.
All right, very good. So here it is. Our today's topic, we're going to be focusing exclusively on reported speech. Do you know any idea about what reported speech is? Maybe Monica or Nubia? Do you have any idea about what is reported speech?
Uh, is when I someone asks about and I uh, oh no is when I someone say something and I other people other person ask me what he say what she say and I answer that he said or she said.
All right, very good. And what about Monica? What do you say? What do you think is reported speech?
This is a difficult thing for me. Tim. I know this is about uh, past actions or something that someone else said about
That's
something.
something that someone else said about something. All right. So you two had a little okay idea, maybe a little bit clearer, but in general terms, that's what we are here for. We're here to learn, so no problem. So I want to share with you a slide where it says especially the the way in which we use reported speech. For example, all right, who is gonna help me reading, please? Who? Nubia or Monica? Just the
Um,
very beginning, report
okay.
speech statement.
In direct speech, we give the exact word that someone said. The word of the speaker are put in quotation marks. Irina said, Tina is on the phone. Is on the phone. Is the
That's
poet?
right.
Okay.
Very good. Because we're going to do it, okay, little by little, because I do wanna, let's say, focus on stop you there, because I really want to go over and over this, since this is very important. So notice that it says that someone says, the example says, Irina said, all right? Notice that, for example, and then the reported statement comes quotation. These little two commas on top, we call them quotation, all right?
All right, teacher.
Yes.
So, and the example suggests that Tina is on the phone. Tina is on the phone. That's what it says. Tina, capital letter, Tina is on the phone, right? That's it. So what I want you to look at is that it's especially made up two parts. Okay, let's do something in here. Let's put it like this way. So Irina said Tina is on the phone. All right. So notice that the reporter statement is in quotation marks. In quotation. All right. As I already suggested. Tina is on the phone. So far so good, right?
Right, teacher.
Very good. So now let's go back and have a look to our PowerPoint presentation. So, who was reading? Ah, Monica. Now
No,
is Novia's turn.
Nubia was reading.
So now, Monica, is your turn. In
Yes.
reporter speech, the second part down in here.
Okay. In reported speech, we give the meaning of what someone said, but with some change and without quotation marks. We use reporting verb usually say or tell followed by that, which can be omitted, and the reported statement. Irina said that Tina was on the phone.
All right. So now, pay special attention what they're trying to tell us in here. So we give the meaning of what someone said. So we are basically repeating the word someone else said, but with some changes and without quotation marks. We use a reporting verb, usually say or tell, followed by that, which can be omitted, and the reporter statement. So let's go back here to analyze. So it also say that it's important to use the verb say or tell. All right. So remember, we use say when there is no direct object, when, okay, when there is nobody receiving the action, and we use tell when there is someone receiving the action. So that's the main difference. So apart from that, when we use reported speech, it says that in reported speech we just don't use these quotation marks. So in other words, we write down is exactly the same. Irina said, remember that this is optional, so it's up to you if you're going to use it or not. It's not necessary. Let's put it here. Let's give another color. Irina said that Tina is on the phone. All right. So another aspect to consider right now is the tense of this sentence. So this sentence is in present, in past, in future.
In present, teacher.
In present.
Present.
Okay. So there are some rules that says if the sentence is in the present, so we are going to change into the past. Irina said that
Tina was on the phone. Oh, she.
all right, we can use Tina or the pronoun. Let's say Tina, and we're using the verb be in the present, so we use the verb be in the past and the complement.
Yes.
Irina said that Tina, sorry, is what with A. Tina was on the phone. Or Irina said Tina was on the phone. Or if you want, you can connect the two sentences with that. But it's not mandatory. It's not an obligation. It's up to you, all right? Questions up to now?
No, no
No,
question.
no, it's clear, teacher.
It's clear, right?
It's
Okay, very good.
clear. When the sentence is in present, I answer in past tense.
Very good. That's correct. That's good. So now let's move on in here. I want you to tell, I want to tell you another aspect. Let's say, for example, let's say, let's say, let's say Novia is in class. And let's write down the quotation. Let's say, Monica, Monica, all of this is a sentence. Monica said, so, who is going to do the transformation in here? Say I. Who wants to do it? Who wants to give it a try? Who wants to give it a try?
Nubia,
Or,
Nubia
But
was
I can, sorry, I can also change the position of this. I want to change the position of this, and I want to place it in here. And we put
Monica.
this in quotation mark. Okay, actually, this is the best, this is the correct organization.
Okay, Monica said Nubia is in class. The question will.
Now we're going to do it in reported speech.
Okay.
Monica said that Nubia was in class.
All right. Monica said that Nubia was in
Class.
class. Yes. Questions?
What do you say, Monica? Oh no,
Monica
what
said,
he say or what Monica say?
no, in this is the correct way because this is the introduction statement and this is the quotation mark. This is the active speech and this is the reported speech. Novia is in class. This is present. Monica said that Novia was in class.
Class. Okay.
Okay, now let's go back here to our presentation. So it says in here, we use say when there is no direct object. I can fix the car, he said. So when someone says words, we usually say. We use tell when there is an indirect object. So an indirect object is a person receiving the action. I'll be late, Tom, she said. So she is saying this to a person. In this case, the person is Tom. I'll be late, Tom, she said. She told, who was she talking to? To Tom, because there are two people in having a conversation. A person and Tom. She told Tom she would be late. All right, questions for now. The uses of say and tell.
Good morning.
Who's morning? Who's there?
Good morning.
Good morning, parent teacher. Excuse me. I am late the moment. What is the topic, teacher, for today?
All right, you're Arlet. What happened? What happened? Why are you so late? A little bit late, actually.
Yes, my connection is
All right.
it
I
is
understand.
slow
So
in this
today
moment.
top okay, no problem. Today topic is about grammar, reported speech,
Okay.
and I am explaining the formation of reported speech. So we
I
are
understand, teacher.
all right. So
Yes.
we are just giving you some example, the formation of reported speech. So the original
Yes.
statement, and we keep in mind the tense of the
I saw
sentence.
and I hear the explanation. Thank you.
Very good. So now we'll continue here on our PowerPoint presentation on the second part. When we change the sentence from direct to reported speech, pronouns and possessive adjectives change according to the meaning of the sentence. Once again, another example. I like your new bike, said Ian. Ian said that he liked my new bike. So we have to keep in mind, I like your, because this person is saying something about another person. Ian is saying something about this person, and this person possesses a bike. So Ian said that he liked my new bike because this person is just listening. All right. So what is important to keep in mind is the changes from direct to reported speech, modals and time expressions. So that's what is coming next. So I want you to pay special attention to this table in here. This is what we need to keep in mind in order to use reported speech effectively. So we say here, when a sentence is in present simple, changes to past simple. When we have a sentence in present progressive, changes to past progressive. We have a sentence in past simple, changes to past perfect simple. We have a sentence in present perfect simple, changes to past perfect simple. We have a sentence in present perfect progressive, it changes to past perfect progressive. Will, a sentence with a modal verb will, changes to would. And also it's possible to have sometimes examples with conditional sentences. So we need to keep this in mind. Modal verb may changes to might. Modal verb must changes to had to. Now changes to then. Today, talking about expressions. Today, tonight changes to that day, that night. Another expression, yesterday changes to the previous day or the day before. Here. This morning or this year changes to that morning or that year. Here changes to there. Tomorrow changes to the next day or the following day. The word ago changes to before. Another expression that is important to keep in mind, it's last week or last month changes to the previous week or the previous month, or the week before or the month before. All right. Questions so far? So it's I know it's a little bit tricky at the very beginning because there is a lot of information, but it's important to keep that in mind. So it's important to keep in mind those changes. So let's retake it again. I want to go back on this slide so that you can have a closer look to the changes in order to proceed with our explanation. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me. All
Me,
right?
teacher.
Okay, what's the question?
What is the difference between will, will?
So remember that in this case, will, we usually use it for future or prediction. Would is more used for conditional sentences or to talk about the past. But in this topic particularly, reported speech is a sequence. Present, will, and past would be would, just for this topic, right? But in grammar,
It
according to
said,
grammar books, that the present is will.
the will and would both meaning the future, but
Only will.
In what case we can use the will and would.
All right, so let me just go down here. Will, we usually use it when talk about the future or prediction in general terms. All right, you use would when talking about the past or imaginary situation. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. So now let's go back. So
Thank you, teacher.
okay, you're welcome. So look, for example, the sentences we got over here. We have present simple. Who wants to read the example? Who wants to read this example, please?
Karen said, I want to buy a new car.
And the reported speech.
Karen said that she wanted to buy a new car.
Remember, why we're using she in here? Because Karen is a woman. As a result, in according to the person, we need to use the correct pronoun. So the pronoun for a woman is she. That's why we say she wanted to buy a new car. Okay, it's clear?
Okay.
So now we have, let's say, Monica, present progressive, past progressive. Read the example.
Okay. Alan said, I'm a taking shower. Alan said he was taking a shower.
Very good, present and past. And let's say Arlet, number 3. Past simple changes to past perfect simple.
Okay. Lars said, I saw a bear behind the tree.
Yes.
Lars said he had seen a bear behind the tree.
But remember, this is an animal, so we say bear. Because
Bear.
you say beer, it's an amazing little beverage. Club Colombia or whatever. Anyway, something to drink, especially on the weekends. Right now, we cannot do
Okay.
it. But the right pronunciation on this is bear.
Bear.
Is an E sound, bear.
Bear. Thank you, teacher.
I saw a bear. Very good. Here, let's go with Monica. Present perfect simple changes to past perfect simple.
Okay. Tom said, I've seen the Loch Ness Monster. Tom
Okay.
said he had seen the Loch Ness Monster.
Very good. The teacher, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive. Andy said, I've been waiting for an hour. Andy said that he had been waiting for an hour. So this is mechanical, all right? This is not difficult. If you follow these conditions, these mechanics, you're gonna see that it's not difficult at all. So once again, let's go with Nubia. Will and would.
Will and would. Dan said, I'll call you later. Dan said he would call me later.
Okay, remember that this is the abbreviation, the contraction I and will. So you can say I'll
Al.
call you later.
Alcohol. Okay, teacher.
Very
Thank you.
good. And in this one, sorry, I move it. May changes to might. Let's see, Arlet.
May.
In this one, may, might.
Okay, teacher. Conditional sentence type one conditional.
No, not that this part. This one. May,
May,
might.
might.
May,
Okay.
might.
Thank you. Paula said, I may go to Brazil. Paula said, she may go to Brazil.
That's right. Very good. Let's go with Monica. Must change it to had to.
Okay. Jim said, you must work hard. Jim said, I had to work hard.
All right. Very good. Now let's go with Nubia. Now changes to then.
Okay. Mandy said, I'll talk to him now. Mandy said she would talk to him then.
Very good. Excellent. Arlet, the next one. Today, tonight changes to that day, that night.
Teacher, I don't see the screen. Can you up the slide, please?
Okay. You don't see it? What about now?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Is today, tonight, that day, that night?
Don't say, we're meeting Sam today. Don't say, they were meeting Sam that today.
Very good. Excellent. So now we have, let's say, I forget. This is quite important. Can, could. Let's see. Monica, can you do it, please? Can, could.
Mina said, I can show you the way. Mina said, she could show me the way.
All right. Excellent. I want you to focus on this, on the note, because these are expressions that are important to keep it in mind. But especially the most important are the tenses. So I want to go back in here and pay attention to this box. Note. The changes are made when the sentence expresses a general truth or the reporting verb is in the present, future, or future perfect simple. So in these situations, in reported speech, it doesn't change. Example, the sun rises in the east. Our teacher said to us. Our teacher told us that the sun rises in the east. Why? Why it doesn't change? Because this is a general truth. When something is proven, there are no changes. I will move to Sao Paulo next year, Eric says. Eric said that he will move to Sao Paulo next year. All right? In those situations, doesn't change. The past perfect and the verb could, might, or should, would, and used to do not change in reported speech. So whenever you see these ones, because the past of could, it doesn't exist. The past of might, it maybe would be had to, but the past of should, it doesn't have a past tense. So that's why they continue the same. The past progressive usually doesn't change, but when it does, it changes to past perfect progressive. Conditional sentence type 2 and type 3 do not change in reported speech. So this is in especially general information. Question for now?
No, teacher.
No questions.
In this moment,
No question, teacher. Thank you.
So another important part to keep in mind is that we're going to use reported speech in questions. So how do we form this? We usually introduce reported question with the reporting verb ask, wonder, and the expression want to know. The verb in reported speech questions are in the affirmative form. There is an example. Why did you go to the doctor? He asked. He asked me why I had gone to the doctor. So, but I want you to point out something special that is important to remember. The question is, why did you go to the doctor? He asked. But notice that in the response, in the answer, we use why also in the response because it's important when we start a question with a WH, we use the same WH question in the response. Why? Why? He asked me why. And the tense of the sentence is past simple. How do you know that it's past simple? Because it's a question using the auxiliary verb did.
Did.
All right?
Right, teacher.
So let's see in here. Why did you do it? All right, this is a question. Let's say, for example, she asked me. All right, so notice this is a question. In which tense is the question? The question is in the present, is in the past, is in the future.
The question is in past.
How do you know? How do you know that it's in the past?
By the auxiliary did.
Very good, because they're using the auxiliary did, yes. And the question goes always in reported, in quotation marks, sorry. Why do you do it? She asked me. And in reported speech, we're going to say she asked me. Why? So why? Let's remember again. This question is in past, right?
Yes.
So what happened according to the sequence of tenses if the sentence is in past simple, what happened? Changes to past perfect simple. So past perfect simple. Why I add, and the past participle of do is do. She asked me why I had done it. See it now? Why did you do it? She asked me. She asked me why had I done it. Do you see the change?
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. So now let's go back. This is a little tricky topic, but we have to go a little bit in order to understand it. So, if the direct questions begin with a question word, the reported question also begin with the same question word. Where are you going? She asked. She asked me where I was going. Another aspect to continue to keep in mind is if the direct question does not begin with a question word, the reported question begins with if or whether. Did you, she asked, he asked me if or whether I had enjoyed the concert. So let's stop in here. In other words, if we use a yes, no question, especially when we use the auxiliaries do, does, and did. All right, among others. What happened? In the response, we're going to answer with if or whether. So let's write down a question to understand. For example, do you like pizza, for example? So we here, let's try to use, let's say quotation because that's a question. Sorry, no, it's this one. Let's say he asked, he asked me. This is the original statement. Do you like pizza? He asked me. So we're in the report speed, we're going to say something like this. He asks me. What goes after it?
If
According to the condition, we can use
If.
either if we prefer if or whether.
If, teacher.
You can say if.
If
What is the tense
I.
of the sentence? This is present, this is past, this is future.
The pronoun is I, teacher.
Yes, but the tense, I would like to know what is the tense of this question. Is that present? Is that future?
Past simple.
If I like pizza.
Yes, but the sentence, the question, sorry, is in present simple. So we need to change in reported speech to past simple. If I liked pizza.
I like pizza. I like pizza.
He asked me if I like pizza, right? That's what it said, the instructions. Very good. In here.
I use if of as connection.
Yes, that's right. It's like a connector. Very good. It's a link.
I
When
can, teacher,
yes,
I have a question. I can use if or whether, yes?
yes, one of
Is
the
the
two, but not
same
the two.
meaning.
Yeah, it's the same meaning. So meaning that, for example, if you in here, instead of saying if, you just say whether.
Okay.
I put whether, all right, like this, whether I like pizza, or if you prefer, you just leave if.
If, okay.
So that's no problem. So here we were, all right, whether here. When we change question from direct to reported speech, pronouns, sentences, and adverbs, etc., changing the same way as in the reported statement. So this is exactly as the sentences. So, do you have any questions? It's time to practice. Now it's time to put this one into action. So in here, I want to go over this lesson and I would like to start practicing with you. So it says in here, that's what it says in here, sorry. Reported speech. Match the direct and indirect reported speech forms. So let's ask Nubia. Nubia, are you there?
Okay, teacher.
So
Give.
if the statement is in present simple, changes to
Past simple. Change to past simple.
okay, let's go with Arlet. If the sentence is in present continuous, changes to
Present continuous. Past. Past. Per. I know. Past continuous.
past continuous. All right, and Monica, if the sentence is in past simple, changes to
past simple. I mean, past perfect.
past perfect. And Nubia, if the sentence has will, changes to
Would.
will changes to would. Then say for Arlet, if the sentence is can, the
Could,
sentence has
teacher.
can changes to could, right. And as a result, this expression tomorrow,
The next day.
Next day.
The
the
next day.
next day.
Okay.
All right, very good. Let's finish. And very good. This all the options you tried out in here are perfect. That's congratulations. That's a teamwork. Present, past, past perfect. Will, would, can, could, tomorrow, the next day. All right.
Right,
All
teacher.
right.
So now let's go to the next exercise. Let's try to do
Teacher,
the next.
you could share your slide for Skype.
Ah, yeah, okay. This presentation, PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Yes, of course. At the end of the class, I will share it over the chat, right? So that you can
Okay.
download it.
Thank you.
In order for you to have it at home to study, have a good compilation. So that's gonna be a good idea for you ladies. So now we have here another activity to practice, which is exclusively on correct the mistakes in the sentences. So there are some sentences and you're going to write it down in the correct form here. He said that he loved her.
He said,
So let's start with Monica, number one. He said that he loved her.
he he said her that he loved her. See, it's the same, no? He
No, there is a little mistake in that sentence.
uh, he said her that he had loved her. No.
I think you are quite right because let's see in here. Remember, on the top of the page, we say that we usually use reporting verbs, say and tell. We use say when there is no indirect object. I can't fix the car, he said. He said that he couldn't fix the car. We use tell when there is an indirect object. I'll be like Tom, she said. She told Tom she would be late. So going back to the example, look at what it said. He said to her that he loved her. So you say told.
He told her. Okay.
He told her that he loved her. All right, let's see outlet number two. She said she knows the answer.
She told.
She said she knows the answer.
She knows he. Okay, pass.
Let me just move it. Okay, let me just do something here. I want to do something in here. Let me just. I want to close this down and close this down, and then I want to share it to you because I'm watching like an interference over here that doesn't allow me to. This is a little bit freezing. Let's see what's going on.
Teacher.
There is
Okay. In the second one, She says she knows the answer. The correct option down is she said she knew the answer. Knew the verb nouns is in past.
All right. New. So let's go here with Nubia. Three.
Teacher,
Right? Yeah.
a question. In this verb, it showed in finishing this, no?
The original sentence.
In the past, no finishing this?
No, because it's totally different.
Okay, thank you.
I said the ticket.
Okay, for Nubia, number 3. Ryan said had bought the tickets.
Okay, Ryan said about the has queda same for hat.
What do you say? What do we use in here?
Hat.
Had. This way?
Yes, teacher.
Ryan said had bought the tickets. Do you agree? Let's say Arlette or Monica. Do you agree with Nubia?
Yes, I think it's the same verb in past.
Okay, so going back. And this is number 4 for Monica. She told me don't speak in the library. She told me don't speak in the library.
She told me didn't speak in the library.
What do you say?
She told me that don't speak in the library, no?
The same? Don't?
Should
Shoot.
choose the answer.
Good.
No, no, I'm confused.
No, yeah, o sea, change the auxiliary.
Okay, when that
Didn't.
happens, usually changing not to.
Yes.
No,
Yes or no?
Not to speak in the
no,
library.
teacher.
No.
No.
Do you need another change?
She
Hmm.
didn't.
What didn't?
Didn't. Yes.
So you say didn't.
Change auxiliary to did.
Didn't speak in the library. Do you agree?
Luis, ¿me haces el favor de escribirme cuál
Yes.
es el link para entrar a la plataforma de American Big Picture? ¿Cómo se llama?
Didn't? So let's continue here. If you agree, so no problem. So let's go with Arlette, the next one. Sarah asked if he finished. Sarah asked if had he finished.
Okay, teacher. One moment. No, teacher. I don't understand.
No, you need to identify what is the mistake.
If
Sarah asked if had he finished.
he
Like
had
this?
finished.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, let's go here with this one with
I think
Nubia. She asked me where was my sister. She asked me where.
Uh, had 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 what had had been
Had been.
sí, yes. He asked me where had been.
That's it, no more?
No, had been my sister. Okay. She asked me.
She asked me where had been my sister. All right. So if you say so, you think that's right, no problem. This is for Monica. And they asked me come back later.
They
They
ask
asked me come back
me
later.
come back later with come in past. Mm,
All right, that's it. That's it.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
And let's see, let's leave it away. And Arlet, what about you? What about number 8? She asked me, did I spoke French? She asked me, did I spoke French?
They asked me, came no, teacher is the,
If
alright, alright later.
If,
I
Is the eighth sentence, excuse me. She asked me, this is I spoke. Yes, if if I speak French.
this way. All right. So let's review something here. All right, let's try to go to the top and check this out. This is finished. And oh my God, let's say
oh my God.
feedback. So this is correct. This is correct. Ryan said
Had
had bought the tickets. Ryan said, all right. Remember, if
if
he,
and the if
If
I
excellent.
the teacher.
If
Yes.
he had bought the tickets,
If
right? In this one, she told me, don't speak in the library. She told me not to speak in the library.
I is not to
if I speak,
Yeah,
I
that's
speak.
so the answer is not to.
not to speak in the library.
I
Sarah asks if I have finished. Sarah asks if he have finished. All right, what changes at the position in here? In this one, she asks where was my sister. She asked me where my sister was. It was changes at the position. Where my sister was.
Okay.
They asked me come back later. In this one, we have to just include the preposition to. They
To
asked me
come.
to come later. That is
Uh,
maybe just an exception that it wasn't on the explanation, but when there is a negative, we don't, we changes to not to. And in the infinitive, when there is a sentence like this, they ask, we use the preposition to, asks to. And lastly, she asked me, did I spoke French? She asked me if I spoke French. So the verb is the only thing missing was if I spoke French. All right.
okay.
And the last, let's see, we have, I think we have time. I'm going to, all right. I feel ill, Sandra said. Let's see. Let's start with Nubia.
Okay, I feel. Ah, and say. Hmm. Ah, esto está con ya. She.
If she
felt ill.
all right. Ill. Okay, this number 2. Let's do it with Arlette. I'm going into town.
Past.
I'm
Yes.
going to Marseille. Marseille. That Marseille that if
No, who remember who is talking? This person. This person is a man.
Okay. He was going
to town.
All right. Yeah, let's see. And this is for Monica. I studied music for 5 years.
Alex said he had studied music for 5 years.
All right. So, because of the time, let's check it out now. At least this one. And let's see if we have done it right or not. Let's say okay. And let's see what is going to appear here.
Oh, was bad with that.
I studied music for 5 years. And it said he had studied music for
in
5.
present. He have
No, because
studied.
remember, this is a soft word. So the answer is
Okay.
correct.
He has. He has.
Oh,
Hello.
he had been studied in perfect.
No, porque I don't know.
No, because
He has studied.
this is a sentence in what is the tense of the sentence? Is past. What happened? Past changes to past simple. To past. Alex said he had studied music
Perfect.
for 5 years.
He had been studied, I think.
Let's see.
Yes.
She had been studying for 5 years. Let's see. Show feedback. No, this is a software. Sometimes this one make mistakes, but this is correct. I studied music for 5 years. Alex said that he had studied music for 5 years. This is correct too. This is a software, so sometimes software makes mistakes. All right.
Okay.
Okay, my dear students, so that's the grammar class for now. I'm going to share the PowerPoint presentation over the chat, so you can have it on your own, okay?
Thank you, teacher.
So
Okay, teacher,
in
thank
the
you.
meantime,
Thank you
have a
for your
good
time.
day. And
Okay, thank you. Likewise.
Thank
Bye,
you.
partner.
Bye, partner.
bye-bye.
Bye.